Welcome everybody to another episode of Unscripted Sports Show. Doing a watch along for the second half of the Lions and Vikings game. The winner, it's a bye week. The loser goes to LA to face the Rams next Monday night. So I figured I'd jump on here, do a watch along for the second half. Or actually just the fourth quarter, basically. This is almost the fourth quarter, so I would just say watch along for the fourth quarter, last quarter of the regular season, week 18. I'll give my thoughts on week 18 a little bit. We'll be doing the show later in the week with my brother, previewing the playoffs, but I'll do an instant reaction of this game and the rest of the games today. To recap, so far, let's see, look this up. The only game that's not decided is this, but it's already scheduled for next Monday, so the loser will travel to LA to face the Rams next Monday night on ESPN. So the first game next week is the Chargers and Titans. The Chargers travel to Houston to face the Texans. The Chargers are the 5th seed. The Texans are the 4th. That will be at 4:30 Eastern time. I believe that's probably on ABC. The Lions are winning 17-9. Let me share this. So right now, the Vikings are 4th down 4. Are they going to go for it? Right now, so next Saturday, there's 2 games. There's Chargers and Texans on CBS and slash Paramount at 4:30 Eastern time from Houston. Houston's always the 4 o'clock game. It's always a Saturday 4:30 game. They've been that since they've been winning that division. The Vikings are going to go for a field goal. Detroit's defense has stopped Vikings' offense. And it's annoying because I have some props. It's really annoying that they keep going for field goals. And he misses. What a dumb call by the Vikings. Should have just gone for it. The Vikings should have just gone for it. And they missed left. There's divisions on the line, bye weeks on the line, and you don't go for it. I mean, what are you thinking? It's about to be the fourth quarter, and you don't go for it. You're down 17-9, and you don't go for it. I get you're gonna be at midfield if you miss it, but you just missed it, and you're at midfield anyway. You just gave them good field position anyway, so why not just go for it? Why not just go for it? I don't get it. I don't get why you don't go for it there. Anyway, instant reaction to. I'll keep it at second half. It's pretty much the third quarter, even though it's the end of the third quarter. 1 minute left in the third quarter. I started this, so it's basically the fourth quarter watch along. But Chargers and Texans next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern time from Houston. That's on CBS. Steelers and Ravens will be on Prime at 8 o'clock. The first playoff game on Prime, on Amazon Prime. Which should be interesting because you got Steelers and Ravens. Third matchup of the season for the two of them. Ravens won 2 weeks ago. Or no, what, 3 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago. Week 17. Let me say. No, week 16 they played. And the Ravens won 34-17. So it's the third meeting of the season for them. The Steelers won the first one in Pittsburgh. Ravens won in week 16 2 weeks ago. So this is the third meeting. I won't give my predictions, but we'll look at some lines. And then Broncos and Bills start off Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS. Packers and Eagles. I thought this was going to be on Monday, but I guess because the loser is playing Sunday night tonight, they figured put them on Monday, which doesn't really make a difference, but whatever. Eagles, Packers next Sunday on Fox at 4:30. Should be a great game. And then Commanders and Buccaneers on Sunday night. Sunday night from Tampa Bay. Commanders and Buccaneers. The way the Buccaneers played, I think I give the edge to the Commanders. But we'll get to the results today. And then the Rams play the winner of this, as I said. I mean the loser of this, as I said. So let's take a look at today's results. Today's results. So week 18 results. The fallout. Let's see what NFL.com has said. Takeaways from the final weekend. The final weekend. That's not what I want. So right now 17-9 Lions, and Lions are driving. They could be going up 20-9 or 24-9. I think they will score on this drive. And decided to do a watch along because I think this fourth quarter is going to be interesting and amazing because the division's on the line and the bye week's on the line. So a lot of it's on the line, and the fourth quarter is always intense when something's on the line. Jets beat the Dolphins 32-20. The Dolphins needed the Broncos to lose in order to make the playoffs. So even if they had won, they wouldn't have made the playoffs. The Seahawks beat the Rams 30-25. The Broncos shut out the Chiefs to lock up the playoff spot. $38-0. Yeah, so the Broncos will be going to Buffalo next week. And the Cardinals scored 47 points and beat Niners 47-24. Wow. The Chargers locked up the fifth seed because Pittsburgh lost yesterday, and they won 34-20. What else? Patriots beat the Bills and then fired their coach afterwards. Let's check this out. It is hilarious. Another touchdown for the Lions. They're up 24. They're going to be up 24-9. Joe Gibbs, another touchdown. 3 touchdowns today. 3 touchdowns. That came back to haunt them. The Vikings going for it. Not going for it. So Gibbs has 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns by. Is it a passing touchdown? No, it's a rushing. It's a rushing touchdown. Let's see. Let's read about this. The Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills today, 23-16, and then they fired Joe Mayo after 1 season because they had the number 1 spot locked up if they had lost. So let's listen to this.
Fired Jerron Mayo as their head coach. We'll talk about that in a minute. And again, a lot of Patriots fans rooting against New England today, and they win. And what they do is they play themselves out of the number 1 pick, which instead goes to the Tennessee Titans. So it'll be Titans.
So with the Patriots winning, they drop all the way to number 1 to number 4. And they cost themselves 3 spots in the draft by winning. And then they fired Mayo after the game. So in a surprise turn, Ron Mayo is out after 1 season as head coach of the New England Patriots. I wonder if they were going to fire him anyway, and he just said screw it, I'm going to go out there and try to win this game.
She likes to shoot things. Why would you take her on and paintball? We were on the same team.
That's why, because Mike Vrabel, they're gonna hire another former Patriot, and Mike Vrabel. They're gonna hire him. I guarantee they're gonna hire him. Also, defensive lineman Pat O'Connor, he is out with a calf injury. Right, Melissa, so a couple more injuries if they can hold out for 13 minutes, we'll get a week. So who got injured? Get some rest. Get the bye, get the number 1 seed. We have a few more to add. Cornerback Terrion Arnold, we saw him being helped off the field, putting 0 pressure on his right leg. So Arnold got injured. So more injuries for the Lions. I mean, they got some guys back, but they lose one of their cornerbacks in Arnold. So Robert Kraft thanks Mayo for his time. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Someone they probably would not have had an answer for, but for the fact that he returned, and his return alone. Everybody says the same thing. He has a way of calming this defense down, and we have seen it tonight along with the big plays. So let's
Browns, Giants, then the Patriots. But the big news with the head coach, Jerron Mayo, 1 year, and he's out. What's your reaction to that?
I was a little taken back with it. I mean, obviously, and look, this team was going to struggle this year. We knew that. They were indecisive early in the season. Do we start the rookie quarterback? Do we not? I mean, all these things are a part of it. But this is the ownership's decision. We're headed in a different direction. It's kind of interesting after one season. But when you're the owner, you have the right to do what you do, right?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he's right. Robert Kraft can do whatever he wants. It's his team.
This is an
And
ESPN Sonic
he decided he wanted to do
Blockbuster.
that. So. I'll preview. I'll do a preview with my brother this week for the playoffs more. But yeah, the surprising one today was Green Bay losing to the Bears in the last second field goal. Bears had a chance to beat the Packers earlier in the season with a field goal and they lost. But this time they hit a field goal and win 24-22. Panthers upset the Falcons. The Falcons had to win and the Buccaneers had to lose in order for the Falcons to win the division. Even if they had pulled it out, they lost in overtime to the Panthers. Even if they had pulled it out, they wouldn't have made the playoffs because the Buccaneers won anyway. So, yeah. And the Bengals' hopes of the playoffs ended not in dramatic fashion because the Chiefs didn't care about today. They got shut out 38-0 going into their bye. Broncos dominated. I thought the Chiefs would actually show some fight, but they got shut out 38-0. Let the Broncos in the playoffs, basically. Broncos play the Bills next week. Yeah, and the Bengals got hot at the right time, but it was too little, too late at the same time. It got hot at the right time, but it was too little, too late because they needed this offense and Dolphins and Broncos both to lose. Only one happened, and that was Dolphins. Aaron Rodgers' potential last game in the NFL, maybe as a Jet. Maybe he'll come back and join some other team. I don't know. Who knows with Aaron Rodgers? It could be his last game. Never know with that guy. He's Mr. Ego. He'll probably come back and ruin the Jets again, and the Jets will win 3 games again next year. So, yay. I hope he retires. He needs to retire. I used to be a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not going to get into why. I mean, he's a drama queen now. He's a headache. Jet fans hate him. Packer fans are so happy he's not with the Jets anymore. Yeah. He's Mr. Ego. Mr. Ego. Vikings cannot catch a ball today. $11 minutes left. 3rd and 9. $39. And he gets sacked. Detroit's on their way to winning this game and locking up the number 1 seed and winning the NFC North for the 2nd year in a row. Detroit is about to go undefeated in their division. They're about to sweep the Vikings. They swept the Bears. They swept the Packers. They're about to go 6-0 in the division. I think undefeated at home. I want to say the Bills lost today, so they didn't go undefeated. They went 5-1 in their division. The Chiefs didn't go undefeated because they lost to the Broncos today. So they went 5-1. The Eagles went 5-1. You have a bunch of 5-1 division winners. And I think the Lions are the only team that went undefeated in their division, and I think undefeated at home. Now, I want to say Buffalo went undefeated at home too. And I think the Chiefs went undefeated at home. Let me check that. So the Bills went undefeated at home. They went 5-1 in the division. Houston went 5-1 in the division. KC went undefeated at home. Went 5-1 in the division. Philadelphia went 8-1 at home. The Falcons game they would have gone 9-0. They went 5-1 in the division. Detroit's the only undefeated team. They went 6-2. Oh, they lost to Buffalo and they lost to. Who else did they lose to at home? Who else did they lose to at home? Oh, the Buccaneers. That's right. The Buccaneers beat them at home. So if the Buccaneers. Let's see this playoff. If the Buccaneers win this week, the Buccaneers are the third seed, and the Commanders are the sixth. If the Buccaneers win, they would play the Eagles. If the Eagles win, if the Commanders win, the Commanders would go to Detroit unless the Packers win, and then the Packers go to Detroit. So the only teams Detroit could face in the second round are the winner. No, the Buccaneers are the fourth seed. So if the Eagles win, the Rams win, and the Buccaneers win, the Buccaneers can go to Detroit actually. So if all the home teams win this week in the NFC, Buccaneers will go to Detroit in the second round. And the Rams would go to Philadelphia. So you have two rematches there. You have two rematches where the Buccaneers and Rams both beat them. No, the Eagles lost. Eagles beat the Rams. Never mind. I don't know why they're playing the Sunday night football song. Weird. Am I not watching it live? Oh, I must have hit the wrong button or something. So 7 minutes left. It's such a thrilling watch along. Thanks, Vikings. So in the AFC, look, the Chargers, Texans. Chargers are fifth. Texans are fourth. The Steelers, Ravens 6-3. Broncos 7-2. So if the Bills win, so the Chiefs could play the Broncos, the Steelers, or the Chargers, Texans. And if the Bills win, they will get the other seed. So you potentially could get Bills versus Ravens in the second round, which is another rematch. So you could have potentially 3 rematches where all the home teams lost to those teams. The Eagles played the Buck. If the Eagles played the Rams, no. Why do I keep saying the Eagles lost to the Rams? It was the Bills that lost to the Rams. Eagles beat the Rams. But 2 of them, you have Detroit and the Bills, lost to the Ravens and Buccaneers. So my overall reaction to Week 18, it was the games were interesting. You got Falcons and Buccaneers that literally got to the end with the Falcons went into overtime and the Buccaneers were hanging on for their dear life until they scored the touchdown and went up 27-19. So they were up only 1 when the Falcons went into overtime. So that was hanging by a thread. And the 4 o'clock games, not much to say because the Broncos pretty much locked it up once they were up big. So there was no drama there. No drama in the 4 o'clock games. This game didn't really live up to expectations. Detroit defense came to play tonight. They locked down Sam Darnold and the Vikings offense. Holding them to 9 points. They can put this game away by scoring here. Wow. Gives 4 touchdowns. Unbelievable. It was a good show. 31-9. This turned into a blowout. It was literally 17-9 when I started this. And it's now turned into a blowout. 31-9. Unless the Vikings score here, they could make it interesting here. They could make it interesting. I doubt it, but they could make it interesting. They need to score in this drive. That's for sure. Yeah. Such a great Watchalong, right? Tomorrow I'll be doing a watch along for Raw. First Raw on Netflix, a new era. First Raw 2025. The first Raw on Netflix era. And then Tuesday I'll be doing a review of Daniel. I don't know. I don't think we'll be doing a weekly Raw review, but when we do, we'll let you know. So hopefully Raw will be good. It's a stat card. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Rhea versus Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Title. Seth Rollins, CM Punk is gonna be good. You got Roman versus Solo. That should be great. I think Charlotte's gonna return tomorrow. I think she's gonna confront and then I think Becky's gonna come back. I think one of them's gonna confront Rhea tomorrow. But we'll see. I don't know if I'll do full 3 hours. Because doing 3 hours of watch along is pretty long. But we'll see. Maybe I'll pause here and there, but 3 hours of watch along is pretty long. But $31.09, 5 minutes left. Let's see what the Vikings can do here. Can they make this a little interesting? Can they potentially make this interesting? Let's see. Whoever's watching, leave a comment. Say hi. Oh wait, now it's back to 0. Yay. Watchalong will be on Wrestling 30 Years 1. I might stream it on here too. Double stream. Might do some wrestling content on this channel too sometimes. While streaming on others too. That way you get more. I have to probably think of a name for the Raw review show. But false start. Or delay game. We'll be doing my college preview probably tomorrow too. Which will probably be snowed in, so I'll probably do that. An NFL show maybe Wednesday or Thursday. And Friday is part 2 of rebooking of WCW versus WWF. Daniel and Doug. I'll be Dave or Eric Seltzer, as they say, aka Dave Meltzer. If you check that show out that we did on Friday. Really good show, fun show. They each presented a card to, and I rated them. So yeah, I'll be previewing the college Final Four tomorrow. College football playoff semifinals. Notre Dame versus Penn State and Texas versus Ohio State. Should be 2 great games. Let me see what the lines are real quick for nice seeing lines out. I just want to check the lines out. Yes, Pennsylvania. I'm not signing in, I'm just looking. For some reason, they want me. I just want to look at the lines. Let's see. Let's look at Vegas Insider. Let's see the early lines here. So the early lines, no, they have. Here we go. Let's look at this. Okay. Ravens versus Chiefs. Ravens are not playing the Chiefs though. I don't know why. It was last year. I was wondering why. Okay. No. Why? I don't know why. Miss Vegas doesn't have it yet. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see if DraftKings will let me look at it. And the Vikings turn it over, and Detroit has the ball again. Such a great game. This game has disappointed. Okay. Let me see. Okay, here's some early lines because DraftKings has let me do it. So Houston is plus 3.5, plus 130 in the money line. These are early lines, so basically opening lines. Once the playoff seeding was announced, most of it, or not 99% of it. You got Ravens and Steelers. Wow, Ravens are 9.5 point favorite. The Steelers are plus 380 on the money line. The Green Bay and Eagles, just as expected, Eagles are 3.5, plus 170 on the money line for Green Bay. Buccaneers and Washington. Buccaneers are Washington plus 3, plus 145 on the money line. Over unders 50, 46.5, 47.5, 46.5. Oh, the Vikings didn't turn it over. The Vikings have the ball. Now it's fourth down. The Buffalo Bills are 8.5 point favorite. Over under is 47, and plus 340 on the money line for Denver. 46.5. So the over unders are about between 43 and 50. So nothing outrageous. Rams and Vikings. I think the Rams are going to be 3, if not 2.5 point favorites. Maybe 4.5. Somewhere between 2.5 and 4.5. And I expect that line to be up within next couple hours, if not moments after the game's over. I'm surprised it's not up yet. This game is decided, so I'm surprised it's not up yet. I don't know why. What did I do? Why am I not here? Hold on, why am I blue? I don't know what happened to my camera. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I don't know why my screen went that way. So I'll turn that off. I hope that doesn't happen tomorrow during the watch along. But yeah, I don't know what happened to the camera. It just went blue. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I. There we go. I fixed it. I don't know what happened. Come on. It looks like it's 31-9. They're not coming back. There's 3 minutes left. Down by 22 with 3 minutes left. They're going to come back. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike Tirico. You know better. It's going to be Detroit. And it's not even, it's a foregone conclusion. Another injury to Detroit Lions. I think it's an offensive lineman. I think it's their left tackle or right tackle. Yeah, the injuries pile up for the Lions again. You get some people back, but you keep getting injuries. If they somehow get to the Super Bowl with all these injuries, bravo to them. Like, props to them. Like, kudos to them if they can get to the Super Bowl. Hope I don't get copyright strike for that. That was second where I showed the TV. I was fixing the camera. YouTube. It's like two. It was like 5 seconds. Get copyright for 5 seconds. Come on. I was trying to fix the camera, so I had to go. Went to the other camera, which I didn't realize was do that. So. But well, I have to edit the title, so it'll be Week 18 Sunday Night Football, Vikings vs. Lions, fourth quarter watch along, plus Week 18 reaction. For the last game of the 2024 season on January 5th, 2025. Yes, it's still the 2024 season, so. 2024. Twenty-four 2024 season. That's why we call it 2024. Yes, this is in January 2025. Title will be called 2024 NFL Week 18. Sunday night SNF Sunday Night Football. Vikings versus Lions. Fourth quarter watch along plus Week 18 reaction. Episode 42. Yes, 2024 season, but January 5th, 2025. Yeah, this game is done. 13 seconds left. As soon as the clock goes in the stream, and see you tomorrow, afternoon for the college preview. Can't wait to predict that. Look up some lines. Join me for that. Episode 43 tomorrow. And the Vikings kneel down. There's no point of. Yeah. What atrocious game. Disappointing game. Detroit dominated. No offense whatsoever from the Vikings. Disappointing. Prop wise. Today was really a disappointing day for props unless you were on the right side of the props. So Detroit Lions are NFC North champions, get the number 1 seed. As I predicted in the beginning of the season, they would get number 1 seed. I predicted them going to the Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens. So I forget what record I had them at, but 15-2 is not bad. Tied for the best record in NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs at 15-2. Will it be the Detroit Lions and Kansas City Chiefs? We will find out in about a month. February 9th, 2025, from New Orleans. And my condolences to all the victims in that tragic event in New Orleans last week. What was last on New Year's Eve night, New Year's Day. What a horrific, tragic event. And I hope condolences goes to the families, the victims. So I never want to see that happen. It's sad. But that said, I'm gonna eat out.